Well, it's definitely earned me more money. Just like Decatur, they were paying 70 cents more for summer corn there in August. We were hauling corn 100 mile for 40 cents, and we're making 30 cents, and I wouldn't even known that price was probably on there. I wouldn't have thought of calling Decatur, but when you go to the Grower's Edge page, then it takes all that running around out of it for you.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's December 5th, 2013. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right here is Brock Shimano to help break down a relatively weak day for the grains on a Thursday. Jumping into the quotes here, we see March corn off 3 cents, January beans trading down 1.50 cents, and Chicago wheat leading to the downside, down 9 3/4. Brock, export sales was the big focus of this morning. For the first time in a number of weeks, those export sales reported really did not meet market expectations.
You know, we did start off the overnight session on weak footing, but I think the export sales that we saw that were contrary to the trend that we have seen recently really helped us accelerate to the downside. Ultimately, we did regain some of those losses on corn and soybeans, but you know, for wheat, we really saw a disappointing trade here today. If you take a look at the numbers for the weekly export sales, you can see corn missed expectations here, coming in at 593,000 metric tons. Soybeans came in at 805,000 metric tons, missing expectations there as well. And wheat, like I said, was the real story here. Marketing year low, 229,000 metric tons, missing expectations there as well. So that allowed us to continue to sell as we headed throughout the session. Yeah,
you know, the big number that kind of caught my eye this morning was that soybean number. We know here recently they've had exceptional export sales. That's really helped the market rally in recent weeks. I guess when we take a look here at a daily chart of that January contract, what's your outlook on this market right now? It seems like a market that's kind of looking for direction.
You know, over the last couple of days, last several days, we started off the day negatively, ended up moving a little bit higher and regaining some of those losses that we had previously, catching support around that 1311 area that we've been watching. And today was similar to that. We didn't go down quite as far as that 1311 area, but we did start off rather negative. Ended up, you know, just slightly positive on the day to unchanged. You know, my outlook longer term and heading into Tuesday is really going to be the big day to watch. We get the USDA WASDE reports for December. You know, I'm looking for us to continue to trade in a relatively wide range, probably from that 1311 support level up to that resistance level right around 1350 or so. I would say that we're going to continue to trade sideways within that range.
Yeah, certainly. Well, if we kind of look at the action today, it was kind of a light day in terms of price changes for soybeans. Corn had a relatively weak day, but in my opinion, it was largely technical. Corn's had a good kind of 3-day run here. Not surprising we took a little bit off, especially when you consider how light those export sales were. I think wheat, though, is a commodity that's worth talking about on today's show. Take a look here at the daily chart of the Chicago wheat futures. You can see over the last 2 days, that market has really given up a lot of ground. We did find support around 650. We had exceptionally weak export sales of wheat here reported this morning, as you said, Brock, but really one story that contributed to the selling in wheat today was a report by Stats Canada. They reported the size of their wheat crop well above what the market was expecting. 37.5 million tons there. That's a 38% increase in their wheat crop year over year, and that's the largest crop reported out of them since 1990. So that report kind of caught the wheat market off guard. I think we especially saw spring wheat trade lower as a result of that, but you can see it affected Chicago as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we found some support around 650. That's acted as support technically in the last several weeks here, and if you keep in mind, we still have very strong prices in Europe right now, near 7-month highs for Paris wheat. That's something that's going to support the U.S. market here moving forward.
You know, the international market is very strong right now. There's still a lot of demand out there for wheat, both here domestically and internationally. And like you said, the Paris wheat futures have rallied substantially over the last few days. But something to keep a mind on and keep our minds on here domestically is the weather scenario that's shaping up across a lot of the winter wheat growing areas. We've seen below average temperatures well into the negative territory for a lot of the areas of Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Nebraska, and down into Kansas even. You know, we do have a winter kill scenario that could threaten some of the wheat there. That's something we'll have to monitor as we move forward, but that's something to keep in mind and could support this wheat market moving forward.
You know, in general, I think a lot of the grains right now are going to get a lot of direction from that report next Tuesday, as you said, the December USDA WASDE report. We'll be talking tomorrow about expectations for that report in terms of ending stocks. I think that's going to kind of be the big driver. We could see some production changes, but a large focus is going to be on South American production and demand ultimately for corn, soybeans, and wheat. As I said, we'll help keep you posted on that tomorrow on GrainTV. We have a great mobile trading app available now here at GrainHedge. If you guys want to take a look at it for yourself, visit us over at grainhedge.com. You can install it on your iPhone, iPad, Android, or tablet today and just take a look at it, see if it's something that could improve your marketing here in the upcoming year. Thanks a lot for joining us here on a Thursday for GrainTV. We'll be back tomorrow to break down the week.